A lot of people have differing views on creepypastas. Some of these stories are absolutely terrible, but some of them are actually amazing. The types of creepypastas that I particularly find interesting are the ones that are realistic. Now, when I say realistic, I don't necessarily mean that the story is so vivid that it seems like it couldn't be fake, but rather I mean the story provides some other type of evidence that almost makes it seem as if it could be real. These are some of the most realistic creepypastas that I've read. I want to actually combine Smile Dog and this man together into a single item on the list, since these are both on the list for the same reason. Smile Dog is a story about an image titled smile.jpg, which has a fatal effect on anyone who views it. If you view the original image, then the dog in the picture will haunt your dreams every night, telling you to spread the word. This will drive you insane until you eventually show the picture to someone else, which just transfers the nightmares over to the new person, and so on and so forth. This man is very similar to Smile Dog. The story claims that the man in this picture has been randomly appearing in the dreams of thousands of people across the world. Sometimes the dreams are bad, and sometimes they're good. The strange part is that no one knows who this is, and there apparently isn't any real person out there who fits this description. I actually made a video about this man previously if you want to know more about it. Anyway, now the reason I think these stories are so realistic is actually pretty simple. The stories are clever because they actually have the potential to affect the reader, which could actually even trick someone into thinking these do have some truth to them. For example, if someone read Smile Dog and became terrified by the story, then it wouldn't be that surprising if the following night they did end up having a dream about the dog. Same thing with this man. After reading the story, people might actually start to dream of him, or they might actually believe that they have dreamt of him before, just because their mind is trying to fill in the blanks. I thought it was very clever for these stories to take advantage of how powerful people's imaginations can be. Normal Porn for Normal People is a story about a guy who comes across a website named normalpornfornormalpeople.com. Upon searching through the videos on the website, he finds they are all anything but normal. At the end of the story, he finds a video on the website of a blonde woman tied to a mattress who gets mauled by a chimpanzee. The reason I included this creepypasta on the list was because the website that this story was about actually exists. I'm not sure if the website was made by the writer of the story or if it was just made by a fan of the story, but either way, it's pretty cool. They even have some videos on the website that try their best to replicate some of the videos mentioned in the story. Of course, they don't have the video of the chimpanzee, but either way, it was still pretty cool that someone put the time and effort to help this story come to life. I'm sure nearly all of you have heard of Bendrowned. It's a story about someone who buys a Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask cartridge from a yard sale. As the story goes on, the narrator discovers that the cartridge is haunted, and the story pretty much just entails all the events that happened with the haunted game. I personally don't like the story very much, but I still felt it needed a place on the list because it is one of the more realistic creepypastas out there. I say this because it includes actual gameplay footage of the events described in the story. Whereas it might not sound too impressive, I thought it was pretty cool because a lot of creepypastas, such as lost episodes, might include a video of the episode, but is normally extremely subpar to what was actually described in the story, and clearly faked. However, the gameplay footage included in the story follows exactly what was described in the story, and looks pretty damn realistic. I'm not exactly sure how it was done, but I heard that the writer of the story hacked the game in order to achieve this. Either way, being able to actually see what was described in this story makes everything feel very real. Boothworld Industries is a story about a phone number that can be called, in which all you have to do is give the operator the name of any person you want, and that person will be scheduled for a remodeling. This remodeling is just a euphemism for killing them. The story ends with the narrator attempting to recruit us to Boothworld Industries in order to prevent his remodeling from happening. I've also actually made a video about this one before in the past too, if you want to know more about that story. I decided to place Boothworld Industries at number 1 because of how interactive it is with the audience. There is a real phone number placed at the end of the story, and when you call it, you will hear this.
You have reached Boothworld Industries. Your number has been logged and traced. A service representative will be with you shortly for remodeling. We at Boothworld Industries say thanks. You have a marvelous day.
After this, you can leave a voice message, and sometimes the writer of the story will actually call you back. There have been several instances in which people on YouTube were called back by the number and pretty freaked out by it. One notable example was back in 2013, when a YouTuber named Raytana Sison received a call back.
Oh shit, guys, oh shit! Oh my god! Oh my god!
And more recently, only a couple of months ago, a YouTuber named Britty44 was also called back by Booth World Industries.
As you can see from the title, yes, Booth World Industries did call me. They called me back.
I really admire the writer's dedication to interacting with the fans, and for that reason, this one is placed at number 1. In my opinion, the best types of creepypastas are the one that has some other type of evidence to go along with it in order to make it come to life. Which creepypastas do you think are pretty realistic? Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the flip side.